Hello, 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 hello. I'm hearing noises and I thought, what is happening? Something's falling. I'm Lynn Browder and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. Now, all of this technically isn't going to matter. Kind of looks like a snail so far, but it will be changed shortly. I do this, like, the background color kind of just to give me a basis of where everything really is going. Okay, let's so all my days are blending together. Owen woke beyond early. I was not feeling good last night. I have a lot of stomach issues from my infusions. These are the maintenance infusions, so they're not quite as well, they're not nearly as bad as the chemo infusions were, but I still have different issues with my stomach and things. And last night was one of those nights that nothing was going well with my stomach. And so I had fallen asleep early for about 2 hours, and then I woke up and needed to take some medicine. And when I woke up, it took me a little bit because I was just trying to go back to sleep and several things. And so I took the stomach medicine, but a lot of times I keep it in my room because I'm doing it like in the middle of the night or different things. Well, it was in the kitchen. I had taken it into the kitchen, of course. And so I went into the kitchen, and doing that after midnight just woke Owen up. And so he was up at midnight and the rest of the day. So we had an appointment for him this morning, and it was one I wanted to keep because his therapist counselor was moving out of town, and I knew this would be the last appointment. And Owen really liked him and wanted to go see him. And so, as much as I wanted to stay home because we had not slept, and I was not, thankfully, by the time we left, I was feeling better, but I had not slept and just rough. But he did really good at the appointment, and my stomach had been feeling better. And so I was able to go to his appointment without it being too much or too hard. So he did really, I say he did really well, but he interrupted a lot, but it's technically his appointment. But even though it's his appointment, he still doesn't know how to share his feelings and share things like that. He's learning, and that's a lot of the purpose of him going to this counselor, but it's still difficult in a process. So we got through it, and then he's gonna miss that doctor or the counselor. And we were having lunch with our friends, and I hadn't told him because, well, we were up all night and I wasn't sure how he was going to handle his appointment but he did really well in the grand scheme of all the things. And so they came to pick us up, and we went and had lunch. And he talks. The apple does not fall far from the tree, but he talks nonstop. But he doesn't know when to stop. Like, he will ask the exact same question over and over and over again, and when he's tired, it's just tenfold. It's constant. So it was even more. But our friends understand, and they knew, and so he was thrilled that we got to go with them. He ate a grilled cheese sandwich on a bun, like a hamburger bun, which was great because he loves cheeseburgers, but he doesn't always love the meat. And so I didn't know the place put them on buns, which made me even more happy because, like I said, he probably ate more of it than if it had been on like regular toast or like white bread or something like that. So it was good, and I should have started the head a while ago so I could have let it dry just a little bit, so that when I do the eyes and the beak, it doesn't smear as much. But I always forget what I'm doing. So, to say the least, I'm exhausted, and when you have a child that does not understand social moments of taking turns talking or listening to someone else when they're talking, it gets complicated sometimes. But like I said, thankfully the people that we were with are just so understanding, and they've watched Owen many times, and he's grown with them around, so they know how he operates. They know how he talks. They know how he just there are people. So Owen absolutely loves both of them, but he just is just a great thing for us. So after that, we came home, and outside was on the street we lived, there was mowing, an ambulance, fire truck, police, and I knew it was just mostly the lawnmower was going to get him. So we had driven around a little bit because Owen loves to say, drive around, drive around, drive around. And our friends did. And so we drove around. And then when I saw that the mower was still going on, well, I didn't know what was going on, but was going on, and all the other stuff, I was like, can we just drive around for another couple minutes till they finish? Because it would have sent him, the mowing, just gets him. I said oops because I was putting it in my cream instead of my white, but it doesn't really technically matter, because I'm sure I'm going to get some other colors in this white since I didn't let it dry. But he had an absolute fabulous time driving around. That's one of his favorite things. And so we got to look at his favorite churches, and he loves this one building and it has multiple air conditioning units in the windows, but he loves this one window with this one air conditioning unit. And I don't know how to even explain why that particular window and unit are of any worth, in the sense of like why that particular one out of all the, I think there's 4 other ones or 3 other ones in the windows, why that particular one gets the prize. But he was extremely happy about driving by all these places that he loves. So it was just nice to spend extra time with them, and I'm thankful, like I said, that they understand that sometimes life throws you curveballs and you have to kind of curve with them, and they did, and they got us through the moment. So there you are. There's my bird is the word. So I do O for Owen, and then L, and B. All right. So thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.